first races were not really races as such as matches. I would have a good horse, you would have a good horse, and I would challenge you to a match across Newmarket Heath. You look in any racing calendar, and either got one here 200 years old. All the owners really were lords, marquises, dukes, occasional major general. It was very much the sport of the landed gentry, the rich landed gentry.
Right, we put a sign up on the wall in the club. Anybody wants to join a syndicate of racehorse ownership, speak to Jan.
Was at the club having a drink with all the boys, and Jan came on to us behind the bar and said, was any of us interested in going in shares with an horse?
I met Jan and Brian, and they said, would you like to come in a share with a horse? And I said, no way. No way, I don't know nothing about horses. I don't.
There is only one word: stupid, crazy. 2 words, that. Yeah, there is nothing else to say about it.
The maths are very straightforward. The horse is going to be in training for at least 7 months a year. And we work backwards from there. So that's 30 people paying £10 a week. It's £300, doesn't take an accountant to work that out, which is 15 grand a year.
I didn't know bugger all. That's all I knew, to go in a betting shop, write a bet out, put money down and lose.
And then I was walking around and I thought, yes. So I went back to Jan and Brian's. I said, yes, I will. I'm not horsey mind.
Overall, the syndicate came together for one simple reason. They wanted to see if it could work. We started saving on the 1st of January 2000 our £10. And at that point, Jan decided we needed to start looking for the stallion.
I couldn't look at horses that we couldn't afford.
She said, oh, you're a nice one, you. BN, he's from America. He still holds a track record in Hollywood Park. So we said, right, oh.
We did a deal. It was £3,000 plus VAT, but if she didn't foal, there'd be no fee.
I got a little job in Asda's then, early mornings. I worked there 6 days a week. And then on the weekends and some evenings in the week, I worked behind the bar. Yeah, hard work. When I look back now, I don't know how I did it. But you do, when you want something bad enough, you will, won't you? All through my life, I've never actually been me. As a little girl, I was Kelly's daughter. When I started school, I was Trevor's sister. When I got married, I was Daisy's wife. And I wanted to make my mark. To prove it to myself more than to anybody else. I got married young, and I had my children young. And then as the children were growing up, you had to take a job that brought money in. I worked in a factory for 23 years. You know, nobody really wants to do that for a living. You do it for the money. So outside of that, any time that you got, you have to do something that takes you away from it. Oh, he was gorgeous. There was all these long legs, you know, and this beautiful face with a white blaze. And then when you looked, you could see it was like as if somebody'd painted on 4 white socks pulled up to his knees.
After a couple of days, when he was sturdy on his legs and that, we brought him up to the allotments.
We had one of Brian's DIY stables, do it yourself. It was like shanty town, you know, all boards nailed together.
We let him out for the first time to see him running around there like, well, he's like a spring lamb.
He was such a beautiful looking animal, you know, but there was nothing to him at all, like.
He was so gangly, spindles of legs. He just looked like sort of that Walt Disney movie, kind of wobbly, ain't ya, as Thumper said.
Right from when we brought him home, he had a personality. It was like having a puppy because he would come up to you and he'd have a little sniff to, you know, see what you had, and he'd follow you around, and he weren't shy.
They used to all go up, all the locals, if they was doing dinners and that, they never chucked no stuff in the bins no more. All the peelings and that, all the waste, they just chuck over the fence for the horse.